Hello, my name is Wanting Lee and I work in SPGS Experimental Lab. In this short video, I'm going to break down your political science research requirement for the semester. Let's start with how many credits are required. For A and B session classes, you will need to complete one research credit during that session. For C session classes, you will need to complete two research credits. If you are in two or more C session classes, you will still only need to complete two research credits, not four or six. Studies to fulfill your political science research requirement must be completed during the current session. Previous research credit does not count towards future semesters. Also, credit can only be earned through participation in SPGS lab studies, not, for instance, the School of Psychology. Likewise, any studies you complete through SPGS do not count as credit for other non-political science courses. There are limited studies each semester, typically between 4 to 6, so it's very important to stay on top of this requirement to make sure you reach the number of credits you need by the end of the semester. If you are under the age of 18, you are not able to participate in SPGS studies due to IRB restrictions. If you are under the age of 18, please email us in regard to the study requirement. Each time a study becomes available, you will receive an email explaining how to sign up. If you choose to participate, all SPGS lab studies can be completed in 1 hour or less. Most of our studies will be open for 1 week. Please pay attention to any email correspondence from the SPGS lab, as our studies cannot be reopened once closed. To complete a research study, you will follow the link in the email to a website called Sona. You will log in with your ASU ID. After logging into Sona, you will be first asked to complete a pre-screen. This takes about 5 minutes. The pre-screen is not a study and does not count as research credit, but is required before you complete the study. When an online study is available, you will receive an email announcement with instructions. You are invited to log into Sona, click View Available Studies, select the current study, and complete it. For an in-person study, after logging into Sona, you will be able to choose a time slot to come to Core Hall on the Tempe campus and complete the study in the SPGS Experimental Lab. The alternative activity is available as an option for students who do not want to participate in a study. It involves finding an article using an experimental method published in a scholarly journal and writing a summary and critique of that article. Full instructions, including length requirements for this assignment, are explained on the SPGS website and on our Canvas page, so please read those fully if you choose this option. Once you are finished, you will submit your essay to the SPGS Experimental Canvas page. Please include your professor's name and the course in which you are submitting the assignment. The alternative assignment does typically take longer than participating in a study, so there are some advantages to completing the study over the essay. Participating in the research studies also really helps our professors and students conducting studies in the lab, and we really appreciate those willing to participate. All requirements must be completed by the last day of the classes. This means that if you are in an A session course, you must complete studies offered during A session. Taking the study during B session will not count toward your requirements. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to send me an email. It is best to email me instead of your professors if you have any questions regarding the lab, as they will likely direct you to me anyway. Lastly, if you have any trouble with the link to Sona in the email, you can also access Sona by going through the SPGS website. Simply Google SPGS Experimental Lab and choose the first website. Here you can find the link for Sona, FAQs, as well as instructions for the alternative activity. Thank you for your time and for helping us in the SPGS lab.